Chu is a great leader, a great teacher. He's just got incredible wisdom and has just taught me so much. So I'm just excited to have him here with us today. And today we're talking a little bit about when we feel inadequate, when we don't feel like we perhaps have what it takes. I know a lot of our people would say, man, I'm not a leader. That's not me. But they do feel this nudge to help create healthy community. And so when they're feeling that, Chu, what would you say to them to help them feel encouraged?
Well, first, I would say you're in good company. You know, if you're feeling like, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I've got what it takes or the gifts. Moses felt that very same way. When in Exodus 3, we have this account of God telling Moses, meeting him at the burning bush on the mountain and saying to him all the things that he was going to do. I've heard the cries of my people. I'm going to deliver you with a mighty hand, and this is how I'm going to do it. And at the end of that, we skip into chapter 4, and Moses says, but what if they don't believe me?
Yeah,
What
right.
if Pharaoh
He's still got his
doesn't-
doubts.
Yeah, he still has his doubts. But it's important to note, when Moses encounters God, he's in a place of normalcy. He's like, he's in a regular place that he often goes. It just so happens that it becomes holy ground because God is inhabiting it. And in that moment, God tells Moses, take off your shoes, for this place is holy ground. And then flash forward, Moses, still not convinced,
Right.
like a lot of us are still not convinced, says, what if they don't believe me? What if they don't believe that you have appeared to me? And really what he's asking, the heart of what he's asking, I believe, is, what if they don't believe you sent me?
That's good.
What if they don't believe that you're with me? What if they think that I'm just doing this because I feel some dogmatic thing that I have to do because my church says I need to do? What if they don't believe? And first off, I just want to, the way God responds to that in Exodus 4 is to say, hey, Moses, what do you have in your hand? And Moses looks at the staff that he's carrying, because he watches over sheep, and he says, staff, as if God didn't know, right?
Right.
And God says, Moses, throw it down. Now remember where Moses is. He's on holy ground. So essentially what God is saying is, give it to me. So Moses does. He throws it down and it becomes a serpent. And then God says, pick it up by the tail, and then it becomes a rod again. And it says, by this they will know, because of my power moving through you. And I think the important thing to notice from there is that we don't have to create something altogether different. We don't have to create a different alternate universe to inhabit, so to speak, when we're out meeting with people and developing a small group. We simply have to take what we have in our hands and present it to God, to give it to God. And so you might be saying, well, I'm not a good speaker. Moses wasn't either. That was actually the next sort of concern that Moses had. You might be thinking, I'm not a leader. I don't. Well, the thing about leadership is, it's not really about talent. It's about making a quality decision to go somewhere and then doing what it takes to go there. And we're creating resources for people to help them alongside, but really it's an issue of availability and persistence. And I really believe that when we give what we have to God, he can use those things. So practically, what am I talking about? You might own a phone.
Yeah.
If you have a phone,
right,
you can give it to God. And in so doing, God can lay on your heart who to call, who to invite, who to bring. You might have a living room. You might have some couches. Perhaps you might have, I don't know, a Facebook page. All of those things, they might just seem like regular pedestrian things. I mean, what's more pedestrian than Moses being a man who watches sheep at the time, to have a shepherd's crook, a rod?
Yeah,
that's just
so
what he's got.
Yeah,
So I really believe that we sometimes overcomplicate it, and with our own insecurities become master of our mind instead of the other way around, like letting God renew us by having our minds renewed. So I really believe, like, whatever it is that we've got, whatever we have access to, you may not be a musician. That doesn't mean you can't invite people into worship, So
Man, I love that, because like our people might be, maybe you were sitting in church and you felt this nudge to start a group. Maybe you were clicking around on the internet and somebody shared this video or something. But man, what is it that you have in your hand? And you might just be doing the normal things of life, but God nudged you. And I love what you said. Moses really was questioning, is this God or not? And the only way he was going to know was if he stepped out. So thank you, Chu. Any closing thoughts?
Oh, well, this thing is not to be done alone, and we're here to support you, so God bless you.
Yeah, please reach out. Choose one of our gifted leaders who'd love to come alongside you in this process.